I welcome everybody to this very special edition of the Peter Kreisky European Talks with Osama Zatar. He's a visual artist and resident artist in the Auktionshaus in Kinsky. How will you translate that?
Yes, actually.
Action house?
Yeah,
no.
Auction House.
Yeah, Action House.
Private
he was born in Ramallah, Palestine, and has the Austrian citizenship since 2024. He's artist, and his work deals with borders, control, and limitations of human beings. It's a reaction to the fights that he left Palestine in 2006 together with his Israeli wife. In 2008, his exhibition, Borders, was made you prominent. It was organized at the Essel Museum in Klosterneuburg, which is today part of the Albertina, unfortunately. And this exhibition brought you to Vienna. Then he formed, together with an Israeli artist, Tal Adler, the art collective One State Embassy, which still exists. Which stands for a common vision of Israel and Palestine, of people in both countries and of both peoples. In 2014, he finished his master studies of sculpture at the Academy of Visual Arts in Vienna. He's also the founding member of Standing Together Vienna, a Jewish-Arab network, which is very active at the moment, internationally in Israel, but also in Austria. And he's curator for EduCult. Maybe you can explain what that is, which offers artists from post-conflictual countries a platform. Thank you for coming. And maybe, Walter, you will pose the first question.
Yes, you brought two objects with you, and I'm wondering what they are about. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Yes, I mean, this object, it's actually, I'm always working in a critic way, but always using myself, as a model. So this is mostly, it's myself, and always like human being try to climb to the top, and I call this art piece left wins and right win. So I'm playing with the words. So left wins, we know it, but the right win, always the winning, because I see it in our anatomically body. The right side, it's more power. You have more power. The mind also, and especially with man, they have the money in the right side. And this is also how I see it in the political situation. And the left side, you have the heart, and it's always like emotional, and they don't have the power, and always silent. And the right wing, it's more aggressive, and they have the power. So I try to talk about my anatomically, and to see the conflict inside me, and how it's also in the society, because in the end, the right wing or the left wing, they climbing to be in the top. It's just who have more the power to be in the top. But I see it. It's like for me, it's like a normal things, because we have it in our body. This power. This I try to talk about the situation in a political situation, also in a private. It's, if you look inside yourself, you see they have the conflict, and just when you see it outside, we are more like sheeps, we go in a groups, and then we lose the mind more or less. And the other object, it's a clock, Austrian gun, that I try to...
It's a real clock?
Let's say it's a soft air gun,
I've never seen one, so...
Yeah, but here in Austria, you have like somebody invent a good plastic, and the first things that he thought about it, how to build a gun, so... And as an artist, I'm trying to bring another solution, for the clock, they can make money, they just to make it like a tool's work, and they can use it as a drill, you know. So I'm trying to bring with this project to bring the history of the TNT, the dynamite, the material that was invented for any structure or for building, and then ended up for killing human being and destroying. So and it's also to be more critical about artists and designer, because it's made by design, it's made by artists, and yeah.
What made you decide to become an artist and to come to Vienna? Maybe they're not connected, the two
They are not
questions.
really connected, to be honest with you. I never thought I will end my life in Austria, I will live here, so it just, how to say in German, das Schicksal. Yeah, but I decided to be an artist, I think I grew up in the first Intifada, so in the first Intifada, you know, I was a kid, you know, and it was a lot of violence and a lot of way of also surviving and fighting, and I'm inspired from a lot of Palestinian artists. There was especially the graffitis guys and graffiti artists and comic artists. They was using the street for graffiti, and I see that even like a small stupid painting in the walls that make the military very angry, that they need to come and to close the village and let all the village to clean the street, to painting with white. So I feel that art have a power, and I feel it also. It's a clean weapons to use it, and it's a nice way also. It's a language.
Did you already do art in Palestine, or you came to Austria?
Yes, actually, I studied in a technical school, so I studied Tischler. So I was very really working with my hand a lot, but I never called myself an artist. In 2001, I was arrested in Israeli jail, and in the jail you have a lot of time, you know. So
you were in Israel in jail.
Yeah.
How long?
I was for 4.5 months, 5 months. Yeah.
For what? What did you do?
Cross the checkpoint, you know.
Oh.
And I was also, I mean, after I crossed the checkpoint, I have a fight with a soldier. They take me to the station and they asked me how I know Hebrew. And I told them I was living in Israel illegal, and so also it's added in my case. But this is another story.
Yeah.
In the jail, you know, I started to do a lot of handworks and art, and so the first day, the day that I get free from the jail, you know, because when they arrested me, I had no money, you know, in this moment. So, and they arrested me from Ramallah, and they let me be free in Jenin. 2001, it was everything closed. I couldn't come from the city. It was everything. It took me like 7 or 8 hours to arrive home. So I had no money, but I was because I did a lot of art pieces or handworks, I call it in this time. When I get free, you know, you get your stuff from the jail, you know, you take it out. So one of the soldiers asked me if I want to sell one of the pieces I have. And actually through the law in the jail, we're not allowed to deal with a soldier or to sell them something. But I was thinking about it, I need the money, I need to go home right now. And I sell the soldier actually my first art piece. And after I get out of the jail, I was continue doing it, but always like give it as a present for friends, you know. I never take myself artist. I tell somebody invite me to an exhibition
in Austria.
In Palestine.
Oh, in Palestine.
In Palestine, and then he asked me to sign the art pieces, and in that moment I said, okay.
I'm an artist.
It took me. I was really disgusting with myself if I should take it serious now as an artist, if it's really a message, something like this, and then, yeah, and then this first art piece that I signed it and put it in the exhibition, it was also an auction for in New York, and it sold in 15,000 euro, my first art piece. So then I take myself really more serious. Then I try to produce more. And in 2006, I decided to move to, I was married to Israeli woman, so couldn't live in Israel, Palestine. So we decided to move to Europe, and we ended up in Germany because her mother come from Germany. We thought we can live there, but through the bureaucracy, I couldn't survive there. I couldn't work and get the paper there. But in the same year, I get an invitation to Essel Museum, close to Nürburgring.
I have the book. I didn't see the exhibition, but I have the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was two curators from Austria, the couple, Friedman Derschmidt and Karen Schneider. They did an exhibition. They invited artists from Israel, Palestine. I was one of them. And luckily, in the first day, I sold everything in the exhibition. So, and here it's come the question of the tax, you know. Because the museum, it's very official, they need to pay me in an official way. And I was not, at that time I was living in Germany. I am not allowed to work, so I'm not allowed to earn money. And if I will use my freelancer as a Palestinian artist, I need to pay tax for the Israel. So I was thinking, okay, what is the solution to do? I don't want to pay tax for Israel, and I cannot pay tax for Germany because I'm not allowed to work. So the idea was to move to Austria, actually, to get the money. And actually, in the same year, I applied to the Art Academy, and they took me. And so it's become a beginning of luck here in Austria. So.
You like to live here?
I do like to live here, but I don't like the weather.
No, we don't like the weather either.
No, for me it's home. You know, it's for me home.
Since when are you here?
Since 2008.
I see, pretty
Since
long time. Pretty long. May I ask you? I mean, it would be in a way self-evident to ask you about Israel-Palestine, but I think we all agree that there must be peace and ceasefire, and in a way to ask Palestinians always about Palestine is also boring by the time. I would prefer to ask you something about Austria. There is now a political change in the country. How do you experience this? What's your feeling? Do you feel involved? Do you feel impacted? Do you feel in a way disturbed?
I can say I feel everything you said, yeah. I do feel that also I'm not involved, I'm not informed, and I don't really understand. If I really understand what is happening, you know.
Did you vote? Can you vote?
No, this year I couldn't vote because I get the Austrian citizenship after,
okay.
But next year I could.
Next year you could?
Next year I could
Very
vote.
good. So you must understand.
I do understand, but I don't understand this game, you know. So
and you must learn the Austrian anthem.
Yeah.
They might check it if you sing it properly.
Yeah, if I sing it properly. This I did it already.
What do you say, the Austrian?
Anthem.
Um Gottes Willen, yeah.
I know.
But they take the daughters out again. Kiki already announced. The daughters will be.
My daughter, she is Austrian. She's a German Jewish. So I think she's safe right now. We're on a good time. So no, I really don't know what is going on. You know, the problem that because I am from Palestine, the problem that I also don't understand. It's confused me how the right wing here have a strong relation with Israel, with the government, with Netanyahu. This is what I am wondering, you know, how this is, what really I'm really getting confused, how this was the right wing that always like called neo-Nazi. Now they have a strong relation with Netanyahu. And
I mean, the answer is simple. They hate the Muslims more than they hate the Jews. But the Jewish community is terribly mistaken in thinking that the far right is not liking the Jews. Not at all.
Yeah.
No, they're using them.
Yeah.
They're being used again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sorry.
No, yeah. I mean, I really cannot answer in the name of the Jewish community, but I think if I need to be tough as Austrian, here in this country, and I will really force the Muslim community and the Jewish community and every community to have a deal and peace. They will live here in peace in the country, because it cannot cannot be the country running like this. That because of some community, it's injustice what is going on here in Austria. And to be honest with you, the Jewish community and the Muslim community, or the Palestinians or the Arab, how you want to call it, both of them they pay tax, both of them they live in this safe country. So why we have the conflict here here? So this is actually we're supposed to be a role model that we can live together, not.
That leads to the question, one state embassy. What is this? Can you a little bit talk on that?
Yeah, the one state embassy, it's a project that come out of the exhibition from what, because at that time the Essel, the head of the museum, he was thinking in a way that I really agree with it before he decided to do the exhibition, that maybe it's possible to buy a piece. He feel maybe he's, I don't know, Protestant, he feel guilty about Israel-Palestine, and he thought maybe he can invest in peace, and like the Norwegians did in Oslo agreements. And he was thinking that he maybe invest in peace, and this he tried through art to bring Palestinians and Israelis together. But that time, the Palestinians ambassador of the community and the Israeli ambassador, both of them, they boycotted the exhibition, and they wrote that they're against this exhibition. And so funny, and then for me and Tal Adler, we get a little pissed because of the, and we decide, we are as an artist, we are also ambassador, so. And we come with this idea to do the one state and to react in a diplomatic performance. We call it diplomatic performance. We perform like ambassador, and we go to events, and we take ourselves very serious. And actually, a lot of institutes like the Jewish Film Festival invite us, Action Radios, the Academy. There are many places they really invite us in a serious way. To be honest, we had only one supporter only this few years. It was John Bonzer. He paid for us the rent of the space, but fortunately he passed away, and since then we don't get any support. So the project was always like we was always invited, or the project show up always when it's a war in Israel-Palestine. And last action, the big action, we did it when Sebastian Kurz make the flag in I think 2018, and then me and Tal Adler already left to Berlin, but I start to work with Inbal Volbo, and I get to also to know Inbal Volbo actually through the event that you organized through to transform with UC, I think. And since then we are more actually active, because Inbal also living in Vienna, so we try to, every time we are invited as an artist, we say if we are invited as an artist, as Palestinians or Israel, we only work with this project with the one state. So we have and the one state, its idea, maybe it's more utopia, but John Lennon say, imagine. I don't want to imagine. I want to live. I want to really practice it. So we try really to make a space that called the Embassy of One State, and we hope the whole world become one state. And maybe because we are the longer and the modern conflict now, Israel-Palestine will become a role model for peace. And this is like the hope, you know. And we work in it, and right now maybe we are really small, but we are optimistic that in the future will be, you know.
What is your hope for peace in Israel-Palestine? Have you been back since you?
No, actually not.
You cannot
actually,
go back.
I mean, now I'm Austrian, I can go back, I think so. But yeah, sure, everybody dream to have his home as a safe place, you know. So I would like to have my home. It's very safe, you know. You know, the idea of one God, it's come from there, and maybe the idea of one state, it's also come from there, and the whole people will come. The problem that, you know, what we see right now in Israel, Palestine in the last 100 years, it's how I can say it, it's like a rest of conflict, religion conflict, and power conflict in this area. But the religion power, it's play very much, especially in the mythology of vandalism, and the mythology of Shia, and the mythology of part of the Sunni, and mythology of part of the Jewish, that Jewish and people need to fight there, and the blood is supposed to be until here, and then Jesus will arrive. I don't want to have it at my home, you know. So for me,
would you move back if there was peace? Would you go back to Ramallah?
I will, yes, I will do it.
Do you have still relations to Ramallah?
Yes, I do have. It's not very strong. It's the family. I mean, some artists, some friends, but it's not that. I mean, everything digital, you know, live. So.
Is there any hope? I mean, this is not the major topic of our conversation, but is there hope, Walter, for a one-state solution?
Well,
or is it just a metaphor? It's a very powerful metaphor for an art collective, but politically speaking, it's probably the only possible solution.
I mean, it's happened in the history. It's happened many times in the history that you have a war there and a peace war. You know, we are, you know, from the Roman. I mean, if we go to the history, what is written from the European side, from the Roman Empire till now, it was always a war, peace, and everybody fighting for Jerusalem. I don't know why. You know. Yeah.
I've been there. I was very deeply impressed, but I think it didn't come from my heart.
Yeah,
it came from everything outside.
Because. So this is so I have to be optimistic, because it's for me, it's my home. I cannot be unoptimistic, and I believe, because it's happened. Even if the Oslo Agreement was not for the Palestinians, what it was unfair. But it's bring peace for a few years, you know. Bring some Palestinians get back from they was already outside. It is possible, you know. And even, you know, if I will look it in a dangerous way, you know, in the first before Oslo agreements, it was no Palestinians had guns, you know, no one. But after Oslo agreement, the Palestinian Authority have guns, and everybody have guns, and the situation it's not like. So I do believe that peace is possible, but I think it's not good for the people. Peace is not good for the people making money right now in Israel, Palestine. It's good for the people, for the whole people, but not for the people they making money. And in left wing, you know, in Europe, we just need one activist. You know, he will tell us who get rich in the last 70 years from the conflict.
Talk a little bit about standing together. Do they connect with One State Embassy, or is it a separate entity? We have been to some events and demonstrations. What are you planning? What is your next project?
You know, it's the One State, like I said, it's an art collective, and we, after the 7th of October, what's happened, what Hamas, the attack of Hamas, it was needed that we need to stand together as Palestinians and Israelis. And when I did it, when I invite, actually Isabella Frey asked me, let's do something, and I said, with a one state, I tell her yes, why not? And we thought we will have like 10 people, they will come to the called a demonstration or event or something like that. We thought it will come 10 people, and suddenly we see 1,000 people
at Karlsplatz.
Karlsplatz.
Yeah, we were there.
And then I said, okay, there are also a lot of people like us. They looking for. We are not the only people. There are a lot of people like us, and these people need space. And I invite part of the people they was interested to take part. And then we decide, because what I'm doing is more about art, and now we have a community that's from all those from the mix from the society. I couldn't include all of them in the one state, so we decided to do standing together as another initiative. But it's coming from one state, because I can work only with artists. This is my media, you know. I'm not in. But with standing together, we have a lot of we have politicians, we have writers, we have it's a mix, you know. So, and it's open. We don't have anarchy, so we don't have a post there. So everybody can come and bring his idea and what he think, and we just trying to make really safe. We try to make a safe place that the people can really get inside and talk about it, you know. So talk about Israel, Palestine. Yeah.
Coming back to art, what are your next projects?
Actually, I have two projects that I'm working on it. Actually, one of it's I'm trying to finish what I do, what I have as like to say as immigrations. I still have a lot of things to finish that, and it's still from the rest of what I'm doing from my last year. I called it white hands. So I was the project that I have transferring guns to machines and tools and instrument. Now I did transferring baroque angels to killer and fighters, because the image of the religion. I tried to.
You plan an exhibition?
Yes,
here in Vienna?
I do have. End of April I will have exhibition about the white hands. It's about the angel and baroque time. And after that, I'm working in Vienna in 4 seasons: peace, war, richness, and climate change.
What was the last one?
Climate change.
Climate change.
So I will make some model about Vienna, some historical model about Vienna.
Can you live from your art? Maybe that's a too personal question.
No.
So you have to look for other jobs.
I'm working in the Auktionshaus.
And what do you do there exactly?
Hanging art pieces, packing art pieces,
okay.
caring about it. Yeah.
Where will this exhibition be?
I will have one exhibition that I am part of. A group exhibition will be in close to Nuremberg.
Close to Nuremberg.
Stiftung.
Foundation close to Nuremberg. I see.
I will be invited there for April, and the solo exhibition will be included also in one state. So we're trying to find a lot of places that right now, and we hope we get the support from the city right now. And we're also looking for a center place that people can come, small theater, small stage, and a space for similar to here, like people can communicate and meet and show art.
Yeah, we are very much looking forward.
Me too.
Last question for the moment. What happened to this Israel-Palestine initiative that you did a number of years ago? And we had an exhibition here in this room. Do you remember it?
This is
Yossi.
Yossi's passed away.
Yossi passed away,
yeah.
So I think.
And that's why it died, because there were so many gifted people involved.
So actually, what we are trying to do with the one state is actually to continue what Walter was doing, you know, but and to try to bring people from both sides. You know.
I'm very happy about that. It's, so to say, transformed in something new, but at the same time continues through being transformed. Yeah. I mean, that's the best what you can say about a political project.
That's true.
Transformed
that's
and continues in that way. Osama, was a huge pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This was wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Let's hope for peace.
Yes.
In Israel-Palestine.
It is possible, like I said. It is possible. And
that's an important message.
It is possible.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.